Whilst you're using AutoCAD Electrical, you will obviously need to work with peer-to-peer drawings. Peer-to-peer drawings basically are other types of drawings. So we're looking at things like pneumatic, hydraulic and P&ID diagrams. Now, there are Autodesk applications that allow you to work with those particular disciplines. And peer-to-peer indicates that basically it's like a peer-to-peer when you're talking about people. They are the same social group. So what we're talking about here are basically items that you can insert in your electrical drawings that are related to these other disciplines. So they're in the same group, so to speak. Let's add our drawing to our project. So it's a right click, add active drawing and yes to the project default values. Double click on the project there, and there's our peer diagrams there. It's got the wrong sheet number, so I'll just go to properties there, drawing properties. That should actually be 01. So I'll OK that, and our project is all nice and neat and tidy now with sheet 01 in project 14. Now, let's go to our schematic tab here on the ribbon, and the insert components here, and I'm going to click on the flyout, and I'm going to pin it open. Now the reason I'm pinning it open is these three icons here allow me to work with, as you can see, pneumatic, hydraulic and P&ID. So let's go to pneumatic first, and it brings up an insert component dialog. So we've got things like left operators, right operators, valves, flow paths. These are the things that the electrical circuit that you're designing will actually control. That's the idea. So you might have a regulator, a cylinder, a meter, a motor. All of these things might be controlled by an electrical circuit. So let's go with a meter, and let's put a gauge multiple connections. I can insert that into a wire here. Look, if I zoom in, there's my gauge there. You can just see it. What I'll do, I'll just drop it there, and you'll see there you go, gauge 1. And you can see there's a description. It's exactly the same as editing an electrical component. Now I can do a lookup here. No catalog table found. That's because I'm using the default catalog for electrical. That's no problem. Option B, I can refer to a miscellaneous table, or I can create a new catalog table right now. So I could do that if I wanted to. I don't have to. I'll just OK it like that, and my gauge is in there. But you can't see it very well. It's quite small. It's just there. There you go. But it is actually, as you can see, on the wire. So there's my gauge there, and that's from my pneumatic components that involve liquids. Hydraulic, here we go. Let's do something like a motor or pump. Let's go for a fixed displacement hydraulic motor. And I'll go for unidirectional, and there it is. So I can then just drop that on there like so, and I'll OK that. And that's actually applied itself, can you see, to that gauge there. I can still select that, and I can move that component, and I'll move it up here, like that. And as you can see, there you go. My pump and my gauge can be inserted into my circuit as well. What about P&ID settings? Well, let's go to that one, P&ID components. Things like equipment, tanks and vessels, nozzles, pumps. Can you see how this is all beginning to tie together? So if I go to equipment there, and I'll pick, let's say, a turbine. And there it is there. If I just pan up a bit, I'm going to pick the nearest, so it's a shift and a right click, and I'll pick the nearest point on that wire there. There's my turbine there, I'll OK it, and there it is. So you can see there, you can edit these, and the good thing is other Autodesk applications will pick these things up. So your AutoCAD P&ID, for example, will pick up these components. Your pneumatic components, your hydraulic components will be picked up by other Autodesk MEP applications. So you can see it all works, so I'll unpin the Insert Components panel there, and that's peer diagrams for you.